of me sounds like I would be a little dumb? Is it
Well,
I
money
have this little
issue?
thing. We just turn the knob. Do you have one of those?
yeah, I do have a knob that I touch. Yep. That's stupid, stupid fucking
I
Canadian.
was over at this
Yep.
other. So you have anything to talk about today? Anything good? Anything on your mind?
No, you asked to come on my show. I thought you had something to talk about.
Oh, I do. So there's this
There's the link if you need it, if it works. Awesome. How's school been? Is it a little bit better this year? A little bit worse? Oh, fuck. For sure. Same. It's new games, man. They get you. Especially when they come on a really good price. And you're like, oh, fuck. I got like 400 other games to beat, but I'm going to want to play that one. I wish... oh, yeah, it's still online? Yeah, oh, yeah, it's probably a little quite boring. I wish Steam had like a Game Pass. Because I'd probably easily spend... Well, they wouldn't make as much money, for sure. But like a Steam Pass where I could get like even... Because it just... Sometimes it's just nice to test the games before you buy them. Which you don't get when they're all like 20, 30 fucking dollars. So. for Dynamic 44 there. They say amazing things. So. Yeah, I got a lot of games like that too. I really wanted a candy cane today. There's a new Home Alone. No. I'm almost on my tree. That's where yours is. I would recommend everybody get some. It's one I've never had before, raspberry. It's actually really good. Home Sweet Home Alone. No, I did not even see this one. 3.5 out of 10. Oof. Oof. Oh, there we go. Alright, look at that. They kept it the same. Good for them. Oh, perfect. I don't know if they clicked roll or if it auto rolled. Yeah, it looks awful. Looks like they tried way too hard. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome.
Wonderful. It's great to be here on the show. I've watched the show for a little while now.
You have.
Yeah. Well, like I think I used to come before a lot more often.
I think so.
Are we the only ones here in the chat?
Yep.
Yeah, we are. Okay, I see. Is my mic working perfectly?
Yeah, you sound
Is
fine.
it too loud?
I think so.
It's not too loud?
No, I think you're good.
Okay. All right. Typically, a lot of people think I'm a troll, but I'm just, I'm not a troll, really.
Okay.
I think it's just the way I talk, and I say sometimes in the comments, right?
Yep.
So what do you have anything to talk about today? Anything good? Anything on your mind?
No, you asked to come on my show. I thought you had something to talk about.
Oh, I do. So there's this. Is there anything that we can't talk about here?
Keep it TOS.
What's TO?
Oh, what's your topic? This is why I asked before you jumped in. What's your topic?
Twitch, streaming, shows. So I don't know. I just want to come over and say what's up. And
Okay. What's up, homie?
I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but I do.
Is it that bad of a topic that you're afraid it's going to break TOS?
Oh no.
Oh.
But I have a hard time joining people's streams because I like to do that, right? No problem. I don't think there's a problem doing that, joining people's streams like I'm joining your stream. The only other stream that I've joined was the Poke Cheese Show. It's another stream.
Okay.
Once in a while he'll go live, and that's the only other stream that I really joined. So I thought I'd just join the show and.
Wait, do you have a topic to talk about? I mean, I don't want you sitting in general if you've got nothing to talk about.
Want to talk about WWE? Do you watch WWE?
I mean, no. We're not bloodbathing anybody. I don't know. 44 Dynamic wanted to jump in and chat like he had a topic, and now I'm just really confused. I'm scared even.
No, I'm not. You shouldn't be. I'm not a troll. WWE used to be good. Have you ever watched it before?
Yeah, way back in the day. Like I'm talking like old school days, like where The Rock was like
the 90s.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So from because I started watching it in 2011. It was good. We had CM Punk, we had The Big Show, we had Mark Henry. Yeah, I never watched it in the 90s. I wasn't even alive to watch it back then. But we had all these people, and it looked like they put effort. And fast forward to 2021.
Yeah.
They even showed somebody reading a script.
Oh, really?
It's just, yeah.
Well, you got to think, like, when you think about it, right? It was probably like did your grandparents or like an aunt and uncle expose you to it? Or did you just kind of stumble across it?
I stumbled across it when I played the game.
Oh, okay.
Then I got interested.
So like my grandfather showed it to me when I was like super old or super young. So that was like back in the probably early 90s, kind of around the early 2000s. And you got to think like how much media stimulation there was back then. It wasn't a whole lot, right? And it was easier for people to like follow along stories. Like there was a lot of drama involved with WWE and shit, but it was long drawn out drama, right? Now just think of all
Yeah.
the stupid shit that's online. Now they have to try to keep up with that with the WWE. So that's why like the WWE will have like seemingly taken a downward slide because of all the stupid shit now that they have to compete with to make that money, right? It's no different
And
than anybody
and
else
then
online.
and then now there's this other wrestling company. Have you heard of AEW?
AWE or AEW?
A AEW, yeah.
No, what's the acronym stand for?
All Elite Wrestling. So they're just an alternative to what the WWE is, but their television, their wrestling shows aren't as bad. You see, when I was watching WWE, and I thought I was getting bored of wrestling,
Okay.
but then I watched this other show, and it doesn't seem like I was getting bored of it. It feels real. I think that's the big thing. It doesn't feel so scripted, overproduced.
But it is still scripted, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Okay. But
not
the
not
illusion.
not overproduced.
Yeah,
Not
the illusion is
overproduced.
still there. Yeah.
I think 'cause they can say what they want. I think that's what's happening there.
Oh, you think
Like,
you think it's a little more ad lib than it is like hard written script?
yeah,
Oh, okay. A little bit more improv type wrestling. That's entirely possible.
what do you think about streams? Like, not your type of stream. But I'm saying like gaming streams when people just stream and talk but play games. I don't know if you don't. I don't think you do that, right?
I do
Once
that
in
a
a
lot.
while,
I do
but
that a lot here actually. I think it's based. I think if you're able to sit there and talk to an audience and for like hours at a time, and you got to think
is
like
that
some of these big audiences like Soda Poppin' is like 22K people. Like that's a fucking stadium. Right? That place is like that'd be fucking huge. 20,000 people? Man, I've been to like a couple of hockey games that don't even have that many people. That's like for one guy playing fucking video games, it's pretty fucking
yeah?
amazing.
Is that like an ability? Because I see other streamers. Is that like a skill that's
It's like no
a lot of
nothing.
people don't have?
Yeah, it's like everything else you'll ever do in your life. It's all learned, right?
The more you do it, the more experience
You're
you
gonna
get.
get you're gonna get in it, of course. Anything you do. Nobody like even the greatest artists in the world didn't start as like
Welcome back third parties, dude.
masters. They started as beginners. Whoever's in your
Um,
background's getting picked up. Just FYI.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn it down.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
All right. I have this little thing. We just turn the knob. Do you have one of those?
Yeah, I do have a knob that I touch. Yep.
What's your streaming setup? I've always tried streaming, but I just can't seem to get it down.
Okay.
So what would your advice be?
I feel like the advice should be just be yourself. But if you want to get super successful online, don't be yourself. Be somebody that other people want to be, not yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was good actually. I didn't
Yeah.
expect that.
Because like if I just give you the advice, hey man, just be yourself. Unless you're like a super quirky individual, it's obviously not working, unfortunately.
You
So-
know what my biggest problem is? This is one of the this probably might be stupid, but I have trouble setting up the camera. I don't know where to put it. It's one of those DSLR cameras.
Ooh, that'd be a tough one. You need a stand for that. Like an actual
Yeah.
tripod stand. Yeah.
But I also have a question for you.
Okay.
So
Shoot.
I don't have a stream myself.
Okay.
But I'm on this. I do this stream with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a podcast,
Okay.
and we would like to have guests. What do you think about one day having you on there as a guest? What do you say?
Yeah,
A little
sure.
collaboration.
Sure, absolutely. What do you guys talk about?
We talk about all kinds of things. It's like once the co-host is there and I'm there, it's like there's an element that you just can't. it's like an element that you can't make it happen. It's so natural. Like you get in your rhythm.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm not in my rhythm. Like I'm a bit of a funk here
Okay.
because I
Are you
don't have a co-host, but I'm trying.
are you
Like
nervous?
a little bit, a
Yeah.
little bit. But
I
like
would
there was this
I
other
I
stream. There was 4 people in a stream once, and I asked, "Can I join?" It was I couldn't. That's 4 people. Little like that's a little bit nerve wracking
yeah.
actually.
Well, there's 5 now, so you're knocking it out of the park.
Yes.
But I get it. Be scared. I have a very abrasive personality, so I understand.
Um, but I think I'm getting better at this. I'm
Yeah.
getting
Well,
better at talking. I'm not a streamer yet, but I'm got that talking. So they once told me you got away with words. But the more you do it, I guess, the better the easier it gets, right?
yeah.
That way, when I do stream, it'd be easier for me to talk on stream. Um,
And I mean, to some degree, the effort, like the quality you get back, is only as good as the quality you put into that practice, right? If you just like half-ass it and don't make real strides, you can practice a million times over, you still won't get good at it. So
well, since you bring that up, I want to go back just a little bit to the WWE,
okay,
and it makes sense.
okay,
So you know how you have to have a reason, you gotta have motivation, right?
okay. To do
So
what?
they're
Oh, just in
the
general.
television. Oh yeah, to grow their product, to gain money, right? And they need
Yeah,
to sell tickets, merch. What I think I just noticed, when you said that, you gotta have the motivation, you gotta have a reason to want to do something.
yeah.
And right now, they have $1 billion TV deals already there, streaming deals already there. They don't really care about selling pay-per-views anymore. They
Hmm.
already got their money for their pay-per-view that's going to be on the streaming service.
Hmm.
I think that makes a difference. Like they already have their money, they don't have to really try.
Well,
Um,
that's not entirely true. Like you'll have a lot of because these bigger setups, they also bleed a lot of money, right? When it comes to like expenses and things like that. One thing that Blockbuster was very unfortunate in learning is that you either adapt or you die. It's true for business. It's true for people. If you can't adapt to a situation and change the way you go about making money or doing things, eventually your brand and your person will just kind of like burn out. So,
it's like eBay could have been Amazon, but they
yep,
didn't adapt. Like Amazon did what eBay didn't do,
yeah.
and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, and the same goes for any like any big streamers or any content creation. Is once something is done over and over and over again, people get tired of it and they want to move on. That's true with just like content and once again the way businesses operate. So
So back then, if the WWE was doing what they're doing now, back in the 90s, it would still be a hit because it was new.
sorry, can you rephrase that one more time?
The WWE is doing what worked back then, but today it just doesn't feel like that because we're not in the 90s, right?
Yeah, yeah. If they were still doing like what they did back in the '90s, they probably would have. It probably wouldn't have like as big a following as it does now. Now that's not to say maybe it's something a lot of people watch for nostalgia and pass down to their kids. That's entirely possible too. Um, but when it comes to businesses, it's just when you don't have ways of making money, or they're not as profitable, but you're still spending the same amount to keep it going, it can kind of be the death of your company. So
So the WWE right now is making a lot of money, and I think they're making more money from their deals
mhm.
than they probably would be making off their contract. Not their contract, their ticket sales and their
Mhm.
merchandise.
Oh, especially right now,
Like
yeah.
it's just like when you're getting paid to stay home, it's like you don't want to go work. You don't have that motivation anymore because you're getting money, right?
I don't think that's true for most people.
Uh,
Most people don't like to feel unproductive, whether it's actually in their life or like
Oh well,
job wise, right?
um,
Like
you
that's
always
where
want to be productive, but like as far as money, like you always want to be doing something for yourself. Like you're doing Twitch, you want to be productive in some way, right?
hmm But
That's
I would even do this if it doesn't bring me money, right? Even if I didn't have money coming in and there was no money here, I'd still be taking the time because it's like, um, it's health wise, it's better for me, right? So it's not necessarily about the money. It's about my like sanity and well-being now, right? And I think a lot of people like to attribute it to the money because that's just like really easy. That's really easy. We can look in that at people's lives and be like, yes, it's the money stopping you from doing this. When realistically, people are very complex creatures with complex issues. But it's easier to understand the money aspect than actually get to know people and understand their struggles. So
Yes, money's really not. It's really not that good. Um,
what are you talking about?
it,
Money's based, right? It's awesome. It
I know,
allows us
but
to
it's
do things. The ways we go
it's
about getting it is really bad, right? And the ways we look at it is really bad. But money itself isn't good or bad, right? It's how we
but
it's
it's
how
not
we use
something
that
to be
object.
too excited. It's not too exciting anymore. Like, uh, I remember a long time ago actually, $5 was like a big deal for me, and I think I came into your stream once and talked about the stock market, and like I lost it all. I think I told you,
Oh
right?
no, I don't know if you told me that, but that sucks.
Uh, but it was okay, you know. Life goes on. I can still stream. I didn't die,
Mm-hmm.
you know. It sucked, but life goes on. Um,
Did you?
and right now it's actually what?
What did you invest in, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I did Tesla call options in April,
Oh,
and
okay.
they didn't. Well, but I think what happened was they made money, but
Oh,
they made more money off their Bitcoin investment than they did their sales.
oh,
And I
okay.
don't think the stock market like that. Um,
What?
but I I went into crypto and I got some Shiba coins, and I guess I didn't make any money. I just made what I lost.
Oh,
Um, but that like when you're investing, it just you look at money differently. You don't like it's just there. It's like in thin air. Like it's just there. It's not really yours until you take it out, right?
yeah. You should just always no. That's like you should just always expect that money's gone. Like
Yeah.
that you didn't have a good investment, right? It's no different than like lending a friend money. If a friend asks you for $20, just expect you're not going to get that $20 back. It'll be easier on your friendship and on your psyche, and it's a better way of looking at it. Like then you won't like be relying on like, oh, when my friend gives me that $20 back, you know, I'll be okay if I make this purchase, right? Like just like
Yeah.
be real with yourself. So yeah,
Um.
same with investments.
So,
Just expect it's gone.
so with the podcast,
Yeah,
we can have you. We can have you as a guest.
yeah. Just shoot me a DM and we'll work something out time wise. What time do you guys normally do it?
Um. We're actually probably today, but you don't want to do it today. You're streaming, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, not today.
Uh.
I like time to prepare. Do you guys have usually like no topics in advance? Like I'm not gonna be
Uh.
on there and it just be like, man, so we all hate them gays, right? And then I'm just like awkwardly sitting there. That's not gonna be the
Well, it's
podcast, right?
no. What happens is we wing it, but we wing it really good. Like when I'm over there, like me and Pokey Chi, because we just wing it, but we wing it really good. I don't know how to explain it. Like I guess it's just we talk very well. Like we don't have to have topics. You get what I'm saying?
I'm picking up what you're laying down, homie.
We just wing it. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun than scripting it. Or yeah, in other words. So what do you think about me on your show so far? Like, are you and what kind of vibes you picking up? Like I'm a troll, I'm honest, or what's
I don't think you're a troll. I think you're a nice kid. That how old are you?
19?
19?
Yep.
Oh my god, you're so young. And I'm so
I don't
old.
s- I,
Jesus.
I don't sound old.
No, you sound. I was gonna put it at like 18, but I guess so. That's pretty close. Um, yeah, I don't know. You sound like a nice kid. Do you want me to give you the real critical analysis? How is your
Yeah.
self-esteem? Because I don't want
Wonder,
okay. Um,
wonder.
okay. I think you're a nice kid. I think you probably would do really well talking wise. Um, I I don't want to be too rude. I think you're well intentioned. I think you're a sweet person. I think you're a little dumb. And I don't mean that in
But,
like I don't mean the like to be rude dumb. I told you.
I know what you mean.
Okay, I was
like
gonna say.
dumb
I was
as
gonna say. I'm gonna have your self esteem. I think you're a nice kid, and we could have like some really solid conversations because you're. I
Yeah.
think like even your ability to listen is pretty spot on. Yeah, and there's two types of people. There's stupid people who I think are the worst kind of human beings because they know better but they do anyways. And then
Yes.
there's just like dumb people that you might not be like crazy well educated, and that's okay. Nor like I don't like I'm on borderline on the dumb side myself. So, yeah, and probably a little naive, but other than that, no, I think you're okay. So
That is one of the nicest things someone has ever said to me.
you're
I have a
welcome.
lot of haters. I
Don't
have a
pro-
lot of haters.
don't prove me wrong, right? Or like if that's the impression that you're giving off with even the little bit of the conversation, if you truly believe that you are that kind of individual, make sure that you're living it, right? Try to be nice.
Yeah.
Try to actually
Um,
be that person, right? Because
would you like to tell me like what part of me sounds like I would be a little dumb? Is it
well,
the money issue? Like when I talked about the money, like
your vocabulary, yeah.
vocabulary. You know who else told me that? And they didn't tell me like I was dumb, but they said you can talk a little bit better dynamic.
Hmm.
Because I was telling them I want to go out there and make friends with the smart people of life, not
Okay.
like the rich people, right? Without telling them, oh yo, I want your money. I just wanna, you build it. That's the way I've seen it. You build your contacts, and opportunities will come eventually. Right? You help those people out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to some degree.
Yeah.
I mean, you
So
always run the risk on that way though of like getting fucked over because you assume you're going to get something out of it later, right? And
yeah. Well,
that other person has the exact opposite um, mindset, right? Where they're just trying to get what they need out of you, right? But because you were so willing to work with them, right? It's kind of the same thing.
yeah.
So
It's like it's better to know people than not know anybody. Like, how do I say that? Like, it's not that the thugs on the streets are really bad, but it's better to know like people that know more people than just thugs on the street. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And
it's fun.
I
I mean,
think my vocabulary is horrible.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say on purpose, but I'm gonna say um because I'm trying to have like not have fun, but I'm in not so much of a serious mode in a way. Like out in the IRL,
Oh, okay.
I'm like a silent person. I'm a
Hmm.
silent person. I listen. I don't say too much. But if I need to, I will try to talk. And yeah, because I feel like you talk too much. If not you, but if you talk too much, you end up making a fool out of yourself. I think that's where that like have people think that you're dumb. I've heard this once. Have people think you're dumb instead of open your mouth and prove them right.
Yeah. I mean, nobody likes to be like you'll be everybody's best friend if you want to be the. There's a really good TED talk. The guy he goes, it's basically called. I think it's called like "Idiot in the Room" or something, and it's how this. It's this. I don't remember if it's a comedian or like an actual psychologist or therapist kind of guy. He talks about that a lot of people don't like looking like they're uninformed or they're dumb or they don't understand something. So if you're the person willing to ask like those very basic questions, you'll be everybody's best friend. Especially if you don't mind kind of like looking like you don't know stuff. So there's nothing wrong with being like that, and that's why I differentiate between stupid and dumb. Is stupid is like ignorant without the willingness to go educate themselves, whereas dumb is like willing to listen and like educate themselves. They're just like uninformed. So yeah. But why do you have so many haters, man? What are you doing out there on those mad streets?
I used to be a narcissistic little prick.
Oh shit.
But you know what changed? I thought I was dying. I didn't feel too good.
Oh shit.
And when you think that you're dying, you kind of you see the world a bit differently. You become a bit more humbled,
True.
and you're just grateful. Um, and it turns out I was never dying, but something came good out of it.
Yep.
It changed for the better. I'm now like it's better to just be humble, grateful, and respectful to those who who are okay.
Yeah.
You should never put anybody down. So,
No,
I think
absolutely.
I learned that early in life, actually.
Yeah, considering you're 19, yeah, that's usually a lesson learned way later in life.
It was a
Um,
scary moment, though. It was scary. It's scary when you think you're gonna die.
well, when you realize when that kind of time comes upon you, or you have those realizations that like, oh, you could die, it makes you feel very small, and it makes you feel realize that like you are just absolutely like you're insignificant in the grand scheme of things, and it definitely does humble. It takes your ego and it trims off all the fatty aspects that have come to like building that up, so you can fit through like the doorway of feeling like a person again. So yeah, yeah.
Um, would you have any advice on the vocabulary that I could use in the future?
Yeah, legit, no word of a lie. Those word a day calendars. You can get little calendars that every day you rip off and it tells you like a new word for the day. And then just incorporate that even if it's into your writing. It'll help you like it'll do wonders for your vocabulary. And read
Is my
books.
vocab?
And read. Yeah.
Well, shoot, there's
Yeah.
my problem right there.
Yeah, you legit
I should
like
start.
yeah, and even if it's like no word of a lie, man. Don't be like if your like reading level is that of like grade 10,
No,
grade 9, like don't be
I
like
can read.
how well can you read? Because there's reading and then there's
Well,
reading and understanding, right? Those are the differences. I can read
the
all articles all day long, but if I can't tell you what the fuck I just read, it's pointless. My Discord, not yours.
what does that mean?
It just means that was my Discord that went off.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard it, but I know like okay, so the word tremendous, like you can read it, but you need to understand it.
hmm
Is what you're saying, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I know that word a lot. I know that word very well. Tremendous. I think it means great, right?
Yeah. Great, large. It's
Great.
tremendous. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not the way I say it. It's the type of words I use.
Yeah. It's just the types of words you use. Yeah. Like even when you wanted to describe something, it was just good. It wasn't like it wasn't excellent or it wasn't
Saying tremendous sound a little bit better than saying it was good.
yeah. Yeah, it kind of it helps people understand what you're saying because you're using different words to like describe because like when we unless you're a very like gesturing person with your like your hands when you're telling a story, your words become a way to better tell that story so that people can kind of try to paint a picture in their mind, right? If you're just
Um,
telling me good for every description word, I don't know if good is like I just kind of ate at my favorite restaurant for the 30th day and it's like, it's good. Or it's like, oh my God, I bit into the steak and it was the most goddamn delicious thing I have ever tasted on this like planet, right? Like those are like, you could be using good in both of those, but those are trying to convey two very different situations.
yes. Never really thought about like in that way before.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. If you're gonna be a streamer of any sorts, your job essentially becomes communication, right? You have a message or like an idea that you want to put out in there, and people hopefully pick up, right? It's literally like sending
Yes.
radio waves just with your fucking mouth.
So my vocabulary isn't that good. I mean it's
It's okay.
I've heard worse. Like how do
It's
I say this?
if I use the
Like
word
somebody,
mediocre,
yeah,
would that make sense?
yeah, not in this sense.
Like mediocre, like your vocabulary skills are mediocre at best.
Oh, like really bad, crazy, right?
No, they're they're not bad. They're not good. They're in between that.
Uh-huh. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, what makes me sound young? Is it like a raspy voice or
Yeah, just your voice, honestly.
it's I have one of those voices, right?
Yeah, you have one of those. Yeah, you have one of those younger sounding voices, which is
That is great.
yeah,
That is, I mean, I I value youth while I'm still young, and it's I don't know if it does. It's not gonna last forever, so gotta while it lasts, gotta enjoy it, right? As they say. So I wanted to do something. You know what I wanted to do?
what do you want to do?
I'm not just saying this right now. I've said this in the past. I want to be a politician. I want to
Really?
be the president of the United States. But in order for that to happen, Congress or whatever, the Senate and the government would have to vote to literally lower the age to be president to 18. Which, if they wanted to, they can, right? If they all agreed and they wanted to, they could.
Well, I mean, I guess that'd be assuming that you were able to run next year and actually win, right? Because like, I think the age is 35 right now. By the time you do like schooling, you work in like low level government as like a coffee grabber and work your way all up to like, well, depending, I guess, where you, if you get elected at your local level, right? Depending on what parties you work for and things like that. Like 35, it probably should be lower. There probably should be like anybody over 18 can run. But like realistically, it probably wouldn't be the time you're like 29, 30 that you realistically start looking at running, right?
E- Yeah.
And I know, like,
hopefully,
and I know you go like, man, that is like a long ways away. But let me tell you, as like an almost fucking 30-year-old, man, that shit fucking blinks. Okay, you fucking blink, and it's just gone, and it is an absolute wild fucking feeling because you're experiencing it all along the way, right? It's just day by day, it's little by little, but next thing you know, it's fucking like it's 10 years later, right?
turn
And
that down,
and
so.
and that's where I am right now, right? I'm 29. It's 10 years ago I was 19, right? If you were to tell me, man, 29, that's so long from now, yeah, it sure feels like it. But now that I'm here, holy fuck, not at all, right? And that's just every aspect of our lives, right? So if you legitimately wanted to become a politician, the time is to start is now. Because by the time you're 30, if you're starting when you're 30, now you're 30, now you're another 10 years behind. Now you're not looking to get into politics till you're 40, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And every time you put it off, it's just longer, right? If the one lesson I've
Yeah.
learned in life is don't fucking procrastinate. That's one of the worst things you can do for yourself. Absolute worst fucking thing. And I'll be the biggest hypocrite on it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to procrastinate like hell on certain things because unfortunately it's a habit that I've picked up. And like any bad habit or any good habit, you have to work little by little to change it.
So since you have the experience, oh, were you done?
I was just
Don't
going
wanna
to
cut
say
you
that
off.
just goes with anything, right? It's little by little. So
Yeah. So since you have experienced your 30 or almost 30,
almost 30.
do you think in like right now where I'm at, investing while I'm young, learning about crypto stocks and seeing how I can do well and investing and educating myself on that, is it gonna pay off
No.
when I'm 30?
No. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't give you obviously a definitive answer that I would love to be like yes, no, here's the reasons why, here's what you're gonna need to go do. But from my personal opinion, I don't think so. With the limited knowledge that I have, I don't think so. I think you'd be better off trying to find like safer, sure ways to invest that long term. And I don't even have much investing knowledge, so I wouldn't even go to me. I would honestly go to like an actual broker that deals with investing, like at your local bank and shit, right? Like that's not something that I would ever undertake on my own because it's something I don't know enough about, right? Like
Yes.
a lot of the crypto, honestly, my dude, a lot of that crypto coin shit, in my personal opinion, is just a very legal Ponzi scheme. A lot of them seem very much pump and dump, where you pump a bunch of money into a coin, the people at the bottom get all the, or at the top get all the fucking money, and everybody else is left holding the bag. I would almost guarantee you that's what happened with your first fucking coin, right? Did
Mine?
you?
Actually, it's been the opposite. The stock market was extremely difficult. Like I
Well,
don't
it's
know
all
how
difficult.
I don't know how I survived. But the crypto was a lot different. Like right now I'm on my third coin. My third coin, like you trade different coins. My third one, and they're all done okay. I've made money on the first one, the second one, and the third one,
Wh-
and it's like a streak. I'm doing well. Like I don't.
What do you mean made money?
So
How
I
much?
started with 1500.
Okay.
I put it into Shiba Coin
Mhm.
back in August. I grew to 9,000. I sold, um, and then I put about $24 into Saitama Coin. Have you heard of Saitama Coin?
Mm-mm.
That turned into 1,000. I'm
Okay.
surprised. I'm surprised. If I would have put in more, but it's already over. I put $24 into 1,000, and then right now I took profits from Shiba and Saitama, and I dumped it into Crowcoin, which is Crypto.com. They're under
You dumped all
big,
$10,000 into that?
yeah, and it went up. I bought it at 33 cents. Right now it's around 70, I think. It's my investment is about 15,000 right now. It went up some more, and they're under a huge marketing campaign. They're dumping money into marketing. They're gonna be in the Staples Center, I think. Did you hear about that?
No.
So the Staples Center is changing into the Crypto.com arena,
Huh.
and so their marketing is, I think, is okay. If it reaches, I'm hoping it reaches $5, but I'm holding. That's how I don't lose money. I think I don't panic sell. Like if it goes down, and I'm red. I don't sell it. That's been working.
I mean,
I
best.
don't trade off the emotion.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah, if it's been working for you, you do you. Like I said, I'm not going to give any advice there. I refuse to. I don't know enough about it, so that's
and so if it reaches $5, I'll have 100,000, and I think that's. Then I'll start thinking different. Then I might want to pull it out, because then like I made all this money. If it does reach that much, it's gonna be difficult to not want to pull it out
Mhm.
at that point. I can say it now, like I'm not gonna pull it out, but realistically speaking, I'm gonna want to pull it out. I want to secure that already. If it does reach that,
It's important to have a strong pull-out game. Yep.
I got that. So this is a good stream you got. I like this conversation that we are having, me and you both. This is like a dope of, no, not a dope. This is like a rush of dopamine right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
You know,
Yeah,
you know it's not going to be a regular thing, right? You know that.
No, I know
Okay.
that.
Just
I know
being
that.
clear, because I've had fans like you in the past. I don't fuck
Yeah.
around that with anymore. There's certain people I trust to come on the regular, and there's other people that are just no bueno. So just so you're aware. So
Oh, I'm aware.
okay.
I
I
don't
worry
think it would. What?
I worry about people's obesity health in this country, so I don't try to sugarcoat things for people. So
Oh,
fuck you. That was a good joke.
I'm just dumb. Sorry.
You don't sugarcoat things because they'll eat that. They'll eat your they'll eat your words. You know.
Oh, I got what you.
Okay.
This is what I get it now.
God damn it.
I'm dumb.
That's good.
Literally, I barely got that.
Just means my assessment is on point. It's okay. You just
Um,
you're validating me. I appreciate it.
But what would it take? I know this is. I don't know if this is something later on. I don't know if this is ever gonna change. You said that this won't be a regular thing. I get it, but what happened before?
What do you mean? What happened? This is my fucking
Yeah.
show.
No,
Like-
I know, but what happened? You said that you've had some people come on here
Oh,
before.
oh, I know. We had crazy fans come on, try to like lay out things they believed in when I pushed back on it, which I always do. They got super ass mad and fucking left. So
Oh,
and then I just
okay.
banned them from the community because they were being super toxic. So
That's good.
yeah, well, it's what you
Alright.
deal with in this industry. So you always gotta
Is Twitch toxic?
Twitch toxic. Yeah, the interaction that on this platform is just inherently toxic. Yeah,
Oh,
well, you
how
gotta
many
think.
toxic people do you ban every so often?
Yes, but it's also the interaction in and of itself, right? Like you got to think I'm getting like I'm getting real feedback in real time from my chat, which can be sometimes inherently toxic to an individual if you're somebody that doesn't deal well with being like corrected or dealing with criticism. That can be really hard for people. So
Yeah. Do I sound toxic? Toxic?
well, I mean, not in your voice, but I mean, we haven't had a ton of conversations for me to ascertain that. So I think everybody's toxic to some degree. It also depends on what you mean by toxic, right?
Yeah.
If you're somebody that goes around and like starts shit, oh, maybe that's pretty toxic. If you're just somebody who trolls, well, it's maybe arguably less toxic, but it's to some degree it can still be annoying in that sense. So, like it's all depends on what you mean by toxic.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It happens. People sometimes are toxic. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course.
How many people have when you first had people come on? How many did you have come on when you started streaming at first?
Just like guess, just like one person,
Oh,
maybe two.
um, wow.
Was that line of questioning going somewhere?
No.
Oh, okay. It sounded like it was an open-ended question. So,
Well, I, I don't know. I don't like. Um, I don't know what to say.
was like your
Anyways,
question going to be, how did you do it alone? How did you do it alone for so long? Like, what resources did you come across to like grow? If it was just you, like, are those like the questions you're kind of leading towards? Because that's what it sounds like.
no.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say, you don't watch any wrestling at all, right?
Not right now, no.
Have you ever watched AEW before? Like a clip or
I don't think so.
um um
Well, there you go. That could be one of the things you bring up when I come on your show. You can
yes,
can bring up
so I
clip.
think we do it once a week. You think what about how does next week sound like you coming on? It could
This
probably
day
be
next week.
yes, actually.
Is even today
Is
Tuesday? Yeah, that'll work.
next Tuesday okay?
Sure. What time?
Around this time, what do you say? Or we could do it earlier if you want.
What's the? You need to send me a DM to the person's podcast thing.
Yes, their Discord, right?
Yeah, sure. Discord will work too.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see right here. I have a lot of Discords that I'm following. I'm trying to find it. They're all trading ones. Let me see here.
Look at him popping off, dude. So stupid.
Also, you can look at the past streams to see how we do it if you want as well, right?
That was my plan.
Yes. I have so many. Do you follow a lot of Discords?
No, I follow like 10 of them.
Oh,
I don't.
well, it's because all the ones I follow are like trading ones.
Oh,
Gotta unfollow a lot of these. Uh, I got it finally. I can link it to you. There's that Shiba Coin Discord. Okay, I found you, and I send it to you directly.
sure. Yeah, you can just straight DM it to me.
There we go. And I sent it to you. Did you get it?
Oh, yep.
All right. Well, it was good. Joining the show was a good show you got here. I think I'm gonna go and start that podcast
All right,
over
man.
there.
Have fun.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. Take care.
All right. Do you know how to leave this, or I've never been like in a general call.
Yeah, there's a little where it says voice connected. There's a little disconnect. Press X. I could just actually do this.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Have a great night. Lovely. Press sex? Yeah, I'd press that button too if that exists.
Go ahead and join the call.
I watch him talk shit about me now.
Gee. Oh my. Is this working?
No, it ain't.
This is working.
That would be super funny.
That's
I was on the-
that's
can you hear me?
stupid.
Yes.
Stupid fucking
I
Canadian.
was over at this other streamer's on
Chihuahua,
his stream.
I want to eat sushi from
He
your
did not
pussy.
like me whatsoever.
What did you
Shut
say?
me down. He said, I think you're toxic. I think you're a little dumb.
To you?
And oh, by the way, he's gonna be our next guest. Not today. He didn't want to do it today, but next time, next
Oh,
week.
next week.
Yeah, he said, by the way, Dynamic, I want you to know this ain't gonna be a regular thing. Wow.
Like a regular thing as in like calling and all that stuff?
He does not want me on his show, unfortunately.
Like who? The guy, new streamer?
Yeah, the other streamer that I was talking to. He seemed, I think he looked at me as if I was a troll, ready to. Okay, I gotta open up the OBS. Right?
Yes, you do.
See?
Yeah.
I didn't even say. I said specifically. I said I don't think you're toxic. It's like I don't know. That's funny. He shot me down. He told me no.
The greatest. No, come on, I gotta stop that.
Well, hell now, partner. If you enjoyed that content, why don't you hit that like and subscribe? And don't forget to follow on Twitter.